Why Become a Teacher by Sarah Galvan. I attended Leader Elementary from 1995 to 1993. At Leader Elementary, I was labeled unteachable. So they even told my parents I was retarded. I attended that school from 1998 to 1999. From there, I was moved to Pat Neff Elementary School. I attended there from 1999 to 2001, my second year of third grade, and my first year of fourth. I've only went 1 year after my second year of third grade. We did that so hopefully I could get caught up and not get any further behind with my classmates. I was diagnosed with a vision problem, hearing problem, speech problem, and dyslexia. In the next couple slides, I will explain how they did to correct those problems and what helped me learn. They found out I was not unteachable in fourth grade, and all I needed was the right teacher in school district that will work with individuals who have fallen behind due to a learning disability. With a vision disability, I had glasses, and then I was also given a special board so that I could copy off of the blackboard to the paper because I could not connect those from my eyes to the paper. So the board was similar to a clipboard, but it wasn't a clipboard. It was a little bit more altered height in clipboard. It's hard to explain it that's why I didn't try to provide a slide on it. For the hearing problem, I was born without tubes in my ears, so I had the surgery to fix the tubes, and that is the image on the right side that you see. I also was given special equipment during schooling until the tubes took effect, which is the head jack and headphones. The head jack the teacher would talk into, and the headphones the student would be able to hear, depending on how far back in the room they were. It didn't really matter as long as I could hear the teacher. From there, they realized I had a learning problem, a speech problem. From the speech problem mainly included R's and L's. So I had problems with words like purple, girl, rainbow, red, ambulance. These are a few, but not all of the problems that I had with my pronunciation. And still today, I still have problems speaking sometimes. I was diagnosed with dyslexia as well. I was diagnosed in third grade by an eye doctor, actually. He realized I was translocating the words from like P and D. So I have a very rare form of dyslexia. I have verbal, written, letters, numbers, and even speaking sometimes. From the letters that I'd most commonly switch would be P, Q, B, D, 9, K, and C, unfortunately. And the numbers is some examples that I had was 979. I would change it from even 979 to PLP, or even dislocate them all together. The letters, I had trouble remembering which letters went with which word. So, for example, when I saw cat, which is spelled C-A-T, I would spell it, if I was writing a paper, K-A-T. Because I spell the way it sounds. I also would read bad instead of B-A-D. I would read it as dad. So that's where they realized my verbal problem was coming from, was due to the dyslexia without knowing it. I attended West End Elementary after those couple of years due to my parents moving. They put me in a closed school environment because the ones in Houston were actually open school, which did not work for the hearing disability that I had. From there, in that school, they also put me in a special ed course, which is now labeled resource courses. I went from pre-K reading level in third grade reading level in 1 year. My parents realized that my brain was getting active, but my body wasn't while I was in school, so they decided to put me in Taekwondo from 2000 to 2006. My instructor was Gus Pennison. He was a phenomenal man. He taught me how to focus. He taught me how to control and respect myself and express my emotions in good ways. In 2006, I got my second degree black belt, and unfortunately the next day I ended up twisting my knee out and was forced to quit from proceeding any higher up in my Taekwondo experience, but I loved it. That would bring us to junior high school. I was put in resource classes with Miss Elizabeth Mitchell, which was a great teacher who also had dyslexia. So she was able to work with students that knew how it felt, and she explained some of her ways, and it helped me learn how to rewrite and even understand that my learning disability is not a disability. I was, in fact, put on, in 7th grade, I was put on National Junior Honor Society, and I was the first special ed or resource student ever to make there at Belleville High School. Junior high, sorry. I also joined the band, and in band I played clarinet those 3 years in junior high, which is 6th, 7th, and 8th. From there, I went to high school. And in high school band, my band director decided my lungs were too strong. So during marching season, I played clarinet. And during concert season, he moved me to bass clarinet, which is the bigger instrument. I am also self-taught on the flute. I did that mainly so I could teach my mom how to play, which is where I found the love for teaching. And I continued up playing bass and clarinet through my 10th and 11th and 12th grade years. I graduated in a class of about 400 students in 2009. I was in the top third of my class. I graduated about 120 to 25, which is really good for me. I was happy with the improvements I have made in my schooling. From 2009 to 2023, I have worked some odd-end jobs, still undecided on what I wanted to do in my career. I have worked as a stocker sorter, sacker in stores, restaurants. I have done everything from manager and training to dishwasher. In a gas station, I have done assistant manager and even down to kitchen staff and cashier. And I also worked for the state, working with special need individuals. And this is where I decided to try even a daycare. At daycares, I fell in love working with infants and all the way up to school-age children. I also helped some of my family members do homework with their kiddos. They said I had loads of patience and even suggested that I try teaching as a living. And the reason I am doing it is for my husband and my daughter. My husband is the young man on the right side picture. His name is Cedronio Jesus. And the little girl that I have posted up on this page is my daughter. Her name is Guadalupe